Hi dear children, welcome back to our basic science class. I hope all of you studied the previous topics very well. Today we are going to study about water purification and air pollution. Okay children, let's start our class. Children, do you know what are the methods by which we can purify polluted drinking water? This is the conventional method of purification of water. Do you know the name of this conventional method? Yes, it is Muchetti Arippa or three-potted sea. Here water is filtered by passing it through gravel, sand and charcoal. Children, do you know how does the Muchetti Arippa purify water? The gravel in the top pot filters the large particles in the water. The sand in the middle pot removes the mud and makes the water clear. The carbon in the bottom pot absorbs the poisonous substances in the water. These methods is not enough for water purification when water is used in large quantities. So hence we use modern methods like water treatment plant. Let's look the important steps in the process of water purification in a water treatment plant. The important steps are aeration, coagulation, clarification, filtration, chlorination and storage. First, aeration. The process of mixing water with air does the amount of oxygen in the water increases. In this step, the air is mixed with water and the amount of oxygen increases in the water. Second step is the coagulation. This is the important step in the process of water purification in a water treatment plant. This enables the sedimentation of solid matter present in water. Alum is added for this step. When alum is added, the pH value of water decreases. So the lime is added to regulate the pH value. So the coagulation is the important step and it enables the accumulation of solid matter in the water, and here alum is added for this. When alum is added, the water becomes acidic. So in order to regulate this acidity, we add lime to the water. Thus the pH of the water is maintained. Then the third step is clarification. After the solid waste settles, the clear water is fed into filters. The fourth step is the filtration. Here the impurities which do not get settled are removed by the filter. Fine sand and gravel are used respectively in the upper and lower portions of the filter unit. Next step is the chlorination. The chlorine gas or bleaching powder is mixed with it to sterilize the filtered water. Chlorination is for disinfection or kill the bacteria or germs present in the water. The last step is the storage. After purification, the water is stored in the water reservoir. In home, water purifiers used to purify water. It have a filter unit and facilities to let ultraviolet rays to pass through. Ultraviolet rays are used instead of chlorine treatment. Children, haven't you seen health workers sprinkling bleaching powder into wells to prevent contagious diseases? Why? The basic principle behind using bleaching powder is to use the chlorine content in it, which is a very effective water disinfectant. Next, you have to study about the air pollution. We know that air is as important as soil and water. Air contains many gases like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, etc. The most abundant gas in the atmosphere is nitrogen. It accounts for 78% of the atmosphere. What happens if the amount of any of the components increases or decreases? Look at the picture. Gases like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, and smoke containing other chemicals reach air. It causes air pollution. Air is said to be polluted when there is any change in the normal amount of any of the components of air or when foreign substances mix with air. Increased rate of pollution creates many health problems. Children, let's examine the table. It includes the situations in which air gets polluted. The gas carbon monoxide. Its source smoke from automobiles. It harms. This combines with, that is the carbon monoxide combines with hemoglobin in the human body and forms carboxyhemoglobin. This reduces the oxygen absorption capacity of blood. The second is carbon dioxide. Its main source is from wood and coal burning. It causes global warming. Next is sulfur dioxide. It is mainly from factories and it causes irritation to eyes, lung cancer and asthma. Next, oxides of nitrogen. It is from automobiles and factories. It causes acid rain. Children, how can we reduce the air pollution? Use public transports, avoid burning leaves and other materials, reduce the industrial emissions. The best way of reducing air pollution is tree plantation. Villages have becoming cities. In cities, there are more conveniences for reducing our workload and for improving our life potentials. At the same time, many problems are there as a result of urbanization. Air becomes polluted as a result of the increasing number of vehicles, scarcity of pure water, accumulation of waste materials. Everyone needs facilities. Every new facility brings its own problems. The amount of waste also increases with the increase in population. We have to protect our environment as other conveniences are improved. Whatever we achieve by polluting air, water and soil, we will have to pay a greater price. So, a development by taking into consideration of the environment what we need, that is sustainable development. For that purpose, certain things must be done compulsory. First, planting of trees, use of public conveyance, obeying rules of pollution control, disposal of waste at the origin itself, avoid throwing electronic goods and plastics away after use. Okay children, let's conclude our today's session. Today we discussed about water purification and air pollution. I hope all of you understood today's session. Okay, see you in the next class. Thank you.